edge? Okay, I'm in position. Let's do this.
You're a grade A hero, sis, I swear. You must be close to the entrance to the Panopticon, the central tower. That's where the memory servers are. Use the memory you stole from Madame to find a way in there.
Hi guys, this is Dormouse03, and I am continuing Remember Me on Memory Hunter Difficulty, Episode 4. So, we're going to have some new enemies to fight here. And these are some, not of the flying robots, but these are a different type of robot. And they have this shield around them that's not good to touch. Something's red and glowy, it's generally a good idea not to touch it. So when they have that shield up, you can't do anything to them, so you have to wait until it goes away and then shoot them with your junk bolts. It usually takes about 2. And they will sort of jump around the arena, so they do the one little jump to whatever area you're in, and then they explode. So you just need to make sure that you stay out of that little round radius that you'll see on the ground. It'll be small when they're sort of jumping to your location, and it'll get bigger when they're going to explode. So yeah, general rule of thumb is stay out of the big circles. But now we're going to get this Rust in Pieces Espressen. And that one, you target one of the robot enemies and you use it. And what it does is it pulls all enemies that are nearby into it and then explodes. And so that hurts them a good deal usually. And so what you can do here is you can use your cooldown combos in order to be able to use Rust in Pieces on this other robot. There is an achievement, as I keep track of all of those, to kill a certain number of enemies with Rust in Pieces. Again, I think it's something like 20 or 25. And so this is a good opportunity here to work on that if you don't have it. It's also a fun little ability.
Like that, don't you?
And so I couldn't use it there because I didn't have the robot like in my sights. But now I do. So sorry about the cut there, guys. I ended up dying here because of these irritating robots that they need to die as quickly as possible. There are 2 of them, I believe, in this area, and you gotta get rid of them. So that's one. And you'll notice a consequence of dying is that you lose all of your little Espressen points over on the right side of the little dial. So you get your full health back, but you lose all of those Espressens, which is, you know, not good. So it's a trade-off there, right? Like if you are really low life and you're dying because of that, then it can be good, you know, to die and just sort of reset your health and whatnot, but it can also be that double-edged sword there. So now I've finally built my Espressens back up, and I'm gonna use Logic Bomb on these dudes. Get some distance here because having all of them sort of clustered on you is unpleasant. And that also took care of the shields on the shield guys. So that is a very good thing. Now you can just do some work. and clean them up pretty nicely. Okay, so yeah, those sections can be tricky just because it's so hard to dodge those robots that shoot stuff at you. It really is.
Nilin had outside help. I want La Bastille isolated from the network.
I've done that 10 minutes ago.
This must never happen again, Sergeant Vaughn.
It's Dr. Quaid's fault. That leech does whatever he feels like in his laboratory.
Leave Dr. Quaid out of this. La Bastille's whole reputation was stained by the breakout.
Yes, madam.
And get me Olga Sedova on a secure line. I've got a job for her.
Okay. So that kind of gives you a peek into what happened after you escaped. And so now you see that, like, she was able to split up her memory into these two separate sides here. So you have to do the one and then run over and do the other. And so from the cutscene that we saw before where you stole the memory of Madam,
The only person allowed to
it kind of
play with
seemed
memories
like
here is me.
it seemed like she knew that you were there, and then when you took the memory, she didn't react like the architect did when you took her memory. You know, back a couple chapters ago when you took her memory, you you know, she had that little moment where she was like, what's going on? I wasn't thinking about that. And Madam didn't react that way, which tells me that she did know that you had taken her memory, and she knew that you were going to take her memory, and, you know, she didn't react to sort of throw you off, because this part right here is another example of how, you know, she is able to manipulate the Remembrains in a way that you didn't know was possible to do, because these memories shouldn't be able to be hostile to you, and you also shouldn't see a divergent memory.
Since when has a Remembrain turned out to be hostile? Edge, something bizarre is up here.
Edge won't be able to help you, dear. The game has begun, and it's my turn to play.
So you can see that Madam has sort of hacked into
Nilin, my little
this tech.
untamable shrew. You came back to me. I am flattered. You seem upset, my darling. Let's stop these silly games. Come up. I'm waiting.
Nilin, did you miss me? Not bad. A latched Remembrain.
I knew you would appreciate it.
I'm here to get my memory back.
Everything's here. You only need to look.
Your little games don't scare me, madame.
In time, little one. In time.
So that was unpleasant. And now we're in this weird looking place. Which reminds me a little bit of the Animus for Assassin's Creed.
I have a new game. A special game just for you. Would you like that? A private lesson?
Okay. So this
Thrills
is a
me,
boss.
my darling.
And so basically, you're just sort of taking care of some of these Remembrains, and then you want to shoot her with the jump bolt, and then hit her as many times as you can before she
Let's
sort of
play
throws you off and
another game.
disappears. And so that takes you into this, you know, second phase of this fight here. Where again, you just want to clear out some of these guys until you're able to target her. And she keeps disappearing here, and in some of these you have to use your Sense and Dose in order to, you know, get her to a place where you can stun her. So we're gonna do that now. And there she is. So again, just hit her as much as you can with your heavy attacks.
Enough of this. You cannot defeat me. Run, my darling, run.
Okay, and so now this gets slightly more irritating because these little chunks of memory, I guess, is what they're supposed to be, keep falling around, and so you just need to sort of constantly be dodging around and try to move away from and in between them so that you don't get hit too much, because that can be incredibly irritating. And so now you want to do the Sense and Dose again, so you need to do one of your cooldown combos in order to use that again as quickly as possible. When you get a bunch of these guys around here, it becomes pretty irritating. And if she starts dropping stuff on you again, that's even more irritating. So there we go. So I tried to use some of the healing combos on her just to get a little bit of health back, because I was in trouble there for a minute. And I don't think I injured her quite enough to go on to the next phase of this boss fight. But it was just a, you know, a judgment call. Because you definitely want to, you know, not die. I'm not sure exactly when it checkpoints you during this fight. It may do it every time she, like, switches a phase. So, but I'm not 100% certain on that, because I don't believe that I died to this boss. So, I don't recall. All I know is that those things dropping from the ceiling are one of the most irritating things in this game.
Welcome back. I've missed you.
Right, so I'm about to be able to use Sense and Dose again. So I'm gonna heal up on this guy, and then I'm gonna use it.
No, I'm not that easy.
Okay, there she is. And now I'm gonna hit the crap out of her. Alright, next phase. So in this next phase, you are going to need to shoot her once with a jump bolt. And then there's going to be a bunch of copies of her. And you want to look for the one whose right arm is straight. So you'll see a bunch of them around her hip. That's the one that's down straight. And so that is the real Madame. And so if you hit her, you know, on the first try, which, you know, you should if you know what to look for, then that is an achievement the first time you do it as well. is to not get fooled by any of the copies.
Ever.
And so you've got things shooting at you and whatnot, and so you just want to shoot her as fast as possible. And so again, we're looking for the one with the right arm that's straight. She's back here. And you're looking to get done with this phase as fast as possible because those things shooting at you can be really, really irritating. So now we've just got some quick times. XYB, and then there's one more down on, this part A. And that one was kind of difficult to see for me for whatever reason. And the first time I played this, I mean. And so it made me have to do that last little section over several times because I kept not realizing that there was a quick time as we were falling.
School's out, Mrs. Madame.
Okay, so this is introducing you to using the spammer
Madame's
to move
down.
objects.
Use her force spammer to unlock the memory confinement servers.
So yeah, if you just hold your spammer button, and then you can, move things up and down and side to side when they have the sort of light orange symbols. Such a tricky puzzle, I tell you. Move the thing to the other thing, and then move the thing down. But I guess it's just introducing you to the mechanics.
Memory confinement protocols disengaged. Syncing back up with Origin storage media.
You did it! You've rebooted the Errorist Revolution. All our comrades have regained their memories.
Cell upon cell of vandalized minds, each receiving the memories that were stolen from them. Rebirth. Momentarily adrift, their minds cling to anger, fueling their newfound liberty with an immediate need for action. Finally, long-buried convictions, forged stronger by their captivity, rise through the turmoil and reforge their humanity. Nothing can stop our comrades.
Where are my memories? I don't feel anything.
Don't worry. If there's one thing that works here, it's their backups. Your turn is coming.
Edge! This is only a partial restore. There are still holes. I can feel them. Blind spots. It's not the whole picture.
Something's wrong. Madame might have transferred your memories elsewhere.
Oh, God! My crime, I remember! I killed him!
Sir, the courthouse ceremony will begin shortly. We're heading to your
I
office
know.
now.
Just give me a minute.
Calling Alexia. Unable to connect. Please leave a message.
Alexia, damn it, call me. The whole of Paris will be watching my appointment ceremony. You can't let me down like this. I need you there.
Message recorded.
Selfish bitch.
So this is a memory. This is Nillen's memory of when she changed this guy's memory. And so this is probably my favorite of the memory remixes, actually. Because there's just so many different things that you can do in this. I don't know, I just like this one a lot. And if you watched the E3 demo of this game way back when, before it was coming out, they actually showed this particular memory remix. So, this might look familiar.
Selfish bitch.
I gave you more than I ever took, Frank. You had my best years.
Bullshit. You'll ruin my career before it's even started.
Because I won't be standing next to you in a photo? Get real, Frank. I'm not gonna pretend anymore.
Alex, don't you dare walk out!
Fuck you, Frank!
Alex!
Okay. And so the objective here is to alter his memory so that he ends up killing Alexia. And, you know, one of the reasons that I liked this one, and a couple of the ones that happen a little bit later on as well, is that there are, you know, several different outcomes that you can have depending on stuff that you do. So I like that, and I wish that they had done more with these, because it seems like this was a really cool concept that they didn't 100% realize. So that's my favorite, I think. You should never toss guns. Never toss guns. So we're going to keep the safety on at the beginning. And then there are a lot of different things that you have to put in place here in order for this to go exactly right. You needed to keep the gun safety on before and then remove it after he throws it on the table. You needed to have that bottle knocked over so that he would trip. And you need to make sure the side table is pulled back, because if you don't move the side table back, he will he'll trip and like crack his neck on it.
What are you gonna do? Shoot me? You can't even stand up straight.
Just you know, a lot of different pieces you have to
take the safety off.
you have to have in place, and that results in him remembering that he killed her.
Sir, we're coming to escort you to the courthouse right now. We can't delay this any longer.
Bastards. You're not taking me in for this. It was an accident. I won't give you the satisfaction. I'm so sorry, Alex. I'm so sorry.
All right, Frank, you win.
And so what I really like about that particular memory is it shows all these different layers, right? So like, you changed his memory, and it's because he thought he killed her, it then changed what was going on in the situation in his mind, where he had been going to the courthouse for a different reason. He now believes that he's going to the courthouse to face potential punishment for her death. And then you saw how that sort of affected what he decided he was going to do, right? Was that, well, I'm not going to let them take me in, I'm just going to kill myself. And then, you know, seconds later she comes in, right? And you see how sort of it's cool, right? Because you can make someone think one thing and then all their memories are sort of colored by that change, so that what's going on currently is altered for them based on, what they may or may not remember. So, pretty neat. I really enjoyed that particular memory remix. And I like some of the ones later on too, which we will see shortly. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in episode 5.